Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to learn about the most basic things in R for absolute beginners. First, we are going to start with how to state our variables. So first, I want to show you how to write comments. Comments are for like explaining your codes. So what's written here, why you read this, what's the meaning of this code. So we use this. Okay, and I have change the language of my computer. We use like we just like use stating variables. If we want to state variables, we just wrote, for example, we just wrote name and we use like Peter. Peter as our name. And if we want to see what we wrote, we just use name and we just again write our variable and we just see what we have done here. And let's say we have age and let's say it is 45. Again, if we want to say what we wrote, we just use age. Here, name and age are our variables. And here, Peter. And 45 is our values. What if we want to see like two things together? We have like two variables and we want to write them together. Like if we, let's say first variable is name, like again, we just use Peter. And second say is surname, like we use Pirofin. So we wanna use the paste function. Like we use paste, but we use like comma between them, name and surname. See, we will see the Peter Griffin. And sometimes it can be first we state variables and second thing we just use only text. Like we just use paste. We already have name and we use Griffin. See, Peter Griffin, we can use this. Let's say we wanna use the multiple variables as the same value. Like let's say our variable 1 is variable 2 and we use variable 3. We use all of them as the same surname like Griffin. So if you want to check what's about variable 1, it's Griffin. What about variable 2? It's also Griffin. What about the variable 3? It is also Griffin. So you know that there are different data types. So data types are numeric, integer, complex, character, like or string. It can be logical, Boolean vectors, true or false, integer, and so on. So if you want to check what is the data type of a variable, we use class. Right? We can check name. That is character. So what about age? It is sorry, I just use class function. Age. It is numeric. Let's see, we want to change the data type of our variable. Like if it's state new variable, let's say we have age, name, and age string. Let's make it age string. It will be, we just use our age is, it is like numeric. Our age is numeric as a data type, but we want to change age as a string. So we use as that. Let's make it character. And we use our age. So our new, let's say we check data type of our new age string. It is character. It was numeric, but now it is character. We can use everything like this for our variables. So let's check the math function on R programming language, because R is basically for statistic competition. So it must have done some math things, like let's say math operations in our programming language. So let's see what we have. So let's say we have logarithmic function. Like let's say we have x is 1000, and we can use log x. It's one. Okay, if we want to see explanation, we can use exponential function. Infinite. It's weights. Okay, we can use like maximum, minimum, sum, mean, median, quantile. Also, we can use rank, variation, standard deviation. Let's say we want to see like this. I want to talk about the ceiling, and I'm just have a comment there. I want to talk about ceiling and floor function, what they are as a math functions. So if we use ceiling, like now we use 1.4, it makes 2. It's upwards to nearest integer. But if we use floor 1.4, it makes 1. It's downward to the nearest integer. Okay, let's see. We wanna do, if we wrote all this code, and we wanna see what we have. We just wanna list all variables, what you have done here. Let's say we use list all variables. We have our variables age string, df, generate number, that's all. What you wrote here? There is something we all don't wrote, but generate number, something like we already know. But if you want to remove everything, we wrote. I think we already removed them. Again, let's see what we have. Now, okay, we list these things, and let's remove something from there. Like, let's remove x. Let's see again, ls, do we have x? Yes, we remove x from this list. So if we have, we know the how we find the how many elements we have. We use our list, like what we have. So let's say if we want to write some numbers as a together, like let's say we have x, new x, and we want to write sequence of the numbers. So we can use sequence 3 to 20, but we should write the increment, how much they increase every time, like we just 5, so it always add fifths. Okay, but we want to write repeated numbers. Like again, we just use y. Y will be repeated. We repeat 1 and 3. And we repeat each 3 times. Oh, boy, there is. Oh, sorry, I just used up, not rip. Must repeat. So there's a mistake. And we just you can see we repeated it every time. But what if we just want to repeat 1 and 3, both of them at the same time? Let's see, option there, and we use times 3. Yes, we repeated them same time. So we just use the sequence, but we don't want to write the sequence, so we just use 1 and 10. We just repeat it again, numbers. So we do this. Okay, we want to find how many items in these things. So we just use our length. So length is just use numbers. We have each of them has 1. So if we want to find first element of this, so let's say we want to find fourth element. Again, see it is 4. But if you want to see like 4 and fifth element, 4 and fifth element, there there's no fifth element, so I just use fifth element. So we want to see everything, but not this number. Like we don't want to see fourth element, but we want to see all other numbers. Like we don't have fourth element. So if we want to change the first element, like it was 1, but you're going to change it as like 50, let's say numbers. Okay, let's say first element it was 1, but I want to change it as a 50. Now let me just see numbers. Let's say it was 50. Now, but I want to sort them out from least to highest. Let's say sort numbers. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 20. Let's see, we want to see if this element in this list. So, if it's less, we can see it, but if it is higher, so we can like see that's on there or not. Let's say if we want to, let's say, I don't know, it will work out or not. 2 in use percent sign, in again percent sign, like numbers. Let's see it will work. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think I make them 2. There's no 2 in here. I think this must be work. Okay, so I think I did something wrong. Again, let me just check. There's something mistake, but I don't know where I did mistake. It must be. Yeah, true. There must be not space there. So we check that 2 is here. Okay. If we want to just add new things here, we just show you how to, we just change first element, but if we want to add new element, new number to this list, how we do it? We use append. Append, like we just use numbers, and we just use adds our list, and we just want to add 67 to this, and that's it. We add new number.